just the football fraternity. Those are going to be your best friends. But don't be afraid to branch out. And Braylon said, there was a guy who lived next to me in the dorm. And this guy, I didn't really take the time to meet. He was an Indian guy. He had forgotten his exactly what course of study he was in. But he said, I had an opportunity to try and befriend him a little bit, and I chose not to. I got caught up in my football world, and then I run into this guy not too long ago, 2-3 years ago. And this guy is worth over $100 million. That's how successful this guy is for helping create something in the business world. He wasn't specific on what it was, but he's worth over $100 million. And he said to the kids, look, I play professional football. I never made that kind of money. And I don't know many guys who have. This guy's worth well over $100 million. So I thought it was a really important message. Your hope is always that these kids whose, their attention span probably lasts 5 minutes, right? That's just the way it is. Every banquet you go to, it gets a little long. Anytime you put a microphone in somebody's face, if they're not real shy, it's going to last a little bit longer than you originally wanted to. We've all been to football banquets, right? Or some type of sports end-of-the-year banquet. Takes way too long.
Every player.
Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. I tried to speed it along as I go. That's the one thing. I had a quick message at the beginning. Probably lasted about, 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. Because I get the fact that even parents, and especially with cell phones out there, I could see out in the audience people on their cell phones while I was talking. So I was making a hell of an impact. Anyway, so I got out of it pretty quick after about 2.5, 3 minutes. But when you talk for 3 hours for a living every single day, you could probably get a little long-winded. So I made sure I wrapped that up real quick. Some people were up there, they're talking a little long. I had to expedite the process because I could see the kids kind of, their attention span was waning. But my hope was that these kids were listened to at least part of what each of the speakers were telling them. And Curtis Blackwell got very emotional because this is the culmination, even though it's the beginning of his program, he's been at it for a while, it's the culmination of really a lifelong dream, wanting to come back and make a difference. You talk about inspiration, being inspired by somebody. Mother Teresa, the president, the Pope, whoever. This guy's inspirational. So my hope is that these young people were inspired by him and what he was able to give back. That's the most important thing. These guys get now an opportunity to go to college, make a difference, maybe make some big money, and hopefully they will give back to their community like Curtis Blackwell has done. And my hope is they also listen to the Braylon Edwards speech. If they didn't want to listen to me, that's fine. I don't care. Braylon Edwards had a really poignant discussion about spreading your wings a little bit. Don't get wrapped up in just a small clique. Don't be afraid to go out and meet others. Some of these kids are probably a little shy of that, and I understand why. Because it seems like these kids grow up and everybody wants something. See you next time I need you. I want to be able to take a picture with this guy because he's the BMOC. He's the big man on campus. So they have to have their guard up to a certain extent. But on the other hand, don't be afraid that just because they're not in your inner circle, just because they're not part of your football family at Michigan State or Michigan or wherever you may be going, it's okay to give them some time once in a while because they actually might be genuine. Our phone number is 248-848-1130. When we come back, we'll talk about Michigan State's win over Minnesota last night. The State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show is back. Saturday mornings, 11 to 1 on Detroit's 1130 WDFN. Lauren Plant, Tom Markowski break down the boys and the girls basketball seasons and dish out the latest football recruiting news as well. That's the State Champs High School Basketball and Recruiting Show. Saturday mornings, 11 to 1 right here on The Fan.